Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio Place. You're guaranteed to get a veteran's opinion about the world we live in today. I am Jim, and joining me again is
Jace is in the house, baby.
this one.
What's up?
What's up, Jace? How have you been?
I've been a lot better. Can
A
tell
lot,
you that.
a lot better. Well, that's good.
Well, I was sick a couple weeks ago, bad.
Right.
That's why I was like, when Johnny said, "I'm glad you're feeling better," I didn't know you were feeling bad, but I think he was confused with me. But whatever.
Well, I don't know because that whole one I did on my own. I'm
Oh,
still like, I'm still not like, 'cause my head is crooked. I feel it's crooked. I'm still
I know.
not
I
like,
didn't.
I'm tired. I'm still exhausted and stuff. And we'll talk about some of the stuff. But again,
Right.
I enjoy doing this. I really like that, it's been going so long, even if nobody's watching. It's one of those accomplishments in my life that I could say, hey, I've had this podcast going for years. You know what I mean? Like,
Consistency,
yeah.
man.
I mean, we obviously dropped off. We were doing three at a time. We had more people showing up. Clearly it's changed. But again, even if this is just a
Yeah.
digital diary for my kids to look back one day or for the government to use against me, whatever. At least I've been consistent, putting something
Right.
out. And that's a lot. It's a lot for me, actually. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times
Absolutely.
I can't stay in the fight long enough, and I end up giving up on things because it just wears me down. And it's starting to wear me down. The fatigue of,
Sounds like a song.
yeah,
Sounds like you could make a song out of that, dude.
well, if I could, I'd probably make a song. I probably could make a song. But you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
don't.
It's just
Yes, sir.
yeah, like I don't know, like you got topics to talk about because I mean there's so much going on right now and I guess
Well,
what? Go
I
ahead.
just read the House Speaker dropped a bombshell on I don't fucking know. I just saw that in the highlights just a little bit ago and I couldn't pull it up. But I'm
You
really
talking about Johnson,
curious.
Mike Johnson?
The blonde girl, the one that replaced Jean Claude
Oh,
Van
you talking
Damme.
about the speaker. Yeah. What's her name? I can't remember her name.
I don't fucking dude. I can't even remember what I had for dinner. Well, I don't even think I had dinner yet.
Well, I mean, what do you want to talk about? Epstein, like this whole Epstein thing again? Like I got this fatigue again. I've got the whole black fatigue. That all the videos is still showing these people. It's the ghetto, culture thing. I got the Israel fatigue. I've got the Epstein fatigue. And, the one that's really bothering me, is is the stupidity. Like I'm just so done with stupid people. Like I
Oh
know
my
when I'm
god.
stupid. Like I know when there's things I don't know nothing about. I understand that. And like people who think that Trump came into this administration, first of all, Biden and them hid a lot of things. Hid a lot of things.
Right.
They were printing
Well,
money out their butt. It's not that Trump wasn't printing it back in his, but then when COVID hit, they printed money. Then all of a sudden they had to, because remember they had to bail out the banks when
so
2009.
what are we talking about here? Are we
We're
talking about
talking about
Epstein or
no. I went to the stupidity of
oh
people in the finances because that's what I'm talking
oh
about. I'm talking about our debt and everything. I've been watching videos lately of guys explaining it because I'm not an expert in it, right? I'm not an expert in it, but you do understand the more money we print, the less our money is worth. And you
well,
understand we
well
can't
yeah.
sustain that. You can do that to prop up a government or prop up an
Right.
economy, but you can't do it. So unless we
Right.
stop spending money, we're
So
never paying off our debt, and then our debt goes up, and the interest on the debt
right.
is more. Like,
So speaking of that though, if Trump were to give everybody $2,000, we wouldn't be printing more money. That would just be from tariffs and shit.
well, no, see,
Let people understand that shit too.
well, but that's not exactly 100% true. See, Trump's in a tough scenario right now because Trump inherited Trump. They gave Trump the plane right when the engines cut out. Like that's
Right.
the problem. So the plane is
Without a
going down.
parachute.
Yeah, the
Without
plane
a
is going
parachute.
down, and Trump has to get in there and perform some miracle, right? So here's the problem: is he's trying to
Uh,
save the plane from crashing, and yet
right.
everyone is fighting against him because they want these instant results. They
No,
want
they want the
milk and
plane.
bread to drop tomorrow. Like,
No. First of all, no. First of all, they want Trump to crash that plane.
well, they
Number
do,
one.
but they're stupid. They don't understand they're on the plane.
number two, they want they want us to go bankrupt. They want this economy to crash
But
because
who's
that would
they?
be the
So
easy
who's they?
that would, the libtards,
But
the
but
liberal side.
but we'll see.
Yeah,
This is why I said stupid fatigue, because I don't believe. I honestly do not believe that American Democrats, liberals. I just don't think they're I don't think they have any reason to crash the economy. I think they're just really stupid that they believe their ideas will actually work. Like, I do believe there are a group of people, your rich politicians that can leave the country tomorrow, and your outsiders and these illegals that keep coming over. Those people want to crash our country because just
but
like Venezuela, then it's ripe for the picking. Anybody can walk in and take it over.
all they'll do is file bankruptcy and reset the country. That's all that'll happen.
Well, I would
It's
hope so. But who's
didn't
going
it
to start
happen?
lending us money, though?
Didn't it happen before? Didn't this happen like in the 20s or something? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. We had that
Or the
Great
side
Depression, but
or
but
the
we
70s. I think it might have happened
But
where
we
they
can
had to
produce our way out of this. We can create stuff. So in the end, like that's what I don't understand. Like I mean, it's a real tough situation because now that the deportations and stuff, and oh, it's going to crash the economy. Like the economy's already crashing. But no, it's not going to help the economy unless other people go to work and start producing stuff. So yes, I understand you want these illegals who are working to keep working, or America
well,
suffers. But the problem is they're sending their money somewhere else anyway. So their money's not
I
coming back in the
yes,
system.
yeah, exactly. And I that's why I teeter totter on that shit because if you're illegal, you need to get the fuck out and come back the right way. At which, you know what, we were fine before the Biden administration did all this fucking bullshit. Open
Yes,
the borders. We were
yes.
fine. We had we yes, we still had illegals, no question about it. But we didn't have fucking 40 million of the motherfuckers and criminals and cartels and kids and whatever. I mean, it was just different.
Well, Jace, I mean, like, I don't. Why is it so hard to understand? I was just watching something about Operation Charlotte's Web. Now, I live near Charlotte. Thank God. Look, let me put this straight on the record. I voted for this. I am an American who wants every one of those illegals out of this country. Every one of them. I don't care if you just came here for asylum because your country sucks. Well, get a gun, find a militia, and go take over your country. Don't come to somebody else's country because you're a coward and can't fight. Now, it'd be different if they were sending their women and children because they can't fight. But no, they're all middle-aged fighting men coming here. You're cowards. You're pathetic punks, or you're evil, and it's a Trojan horse. There's only two ways around it, because I'm not going to another country for asylum. I'm going to fight to take my country back, even if I have to fight to the death. Now, if I have to send my children so that they're safe, by all means. So all the illegals that should have been coming in this country should have been women and children. That's it. No men. No men.
Come legally. That's all I ask. What the fuck ever, man.
But fight for your
I,
country. Why can't you fight for your country? Do you see those riots in Mexico, dude?
no, but I,
The youngers are rioting because they're tired of the cartels running the whole country, and the president, or whatever the hell they call her over there, she's in with the cartels.
oh wow.
Then they had
No,
another lady speak out, and she threatened to get her arrested and everything.
I saw that Chicago was off the hook again.
Well, Chicago, yeah, I mean, but again, even Charlotte, like I don't understand this, people. So if you are like, they're saying that kids aren't coming to school, they're closing down businesses, people aren't coming to work.
Why is
Let me
Charlotte bad
explain
right
this to
now?
you. But let me explain this to you. If you are here illegally, you need to hide. If you're not here illegally, you have nothing to worry about. And if you get scooped up, they're going to let you go because we're going after the illegal people. So all
What
those people hiding, they're scared. Scared of what, dude? You're here
what's
illegally.
going on? Is Charlotte getting bad or something?
Well, no, they just decided Charlotte, they're cleaning up Charlotte.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Charlotte was that bad, but
Well,
I
I
only
mean,
drive around it.
all the cities are bad, dude. They're all bad. And they're even
All I
coming
can
out
tell
to
you,
the small towns.
all I can tell you here, and I'm telling you, it was like little fucking Mexico here.
Yeah.
I go to the flea market because I'll go get shrimp and stuff, and maybe my fresh veggies and shit like that sometimes.
Right.
And it was like little Mexico. There was all kinds of shit there. Well,
It's
guess
just
what? It's a ghost fucking swap meet now.
good.
It's
It's
fucking
it's
hilarious.
the weirdest thing, dude, because it's the weirdest thing. Like they want to call him like Hitler. Like, so do you understand that Hitler rounded up the Jewish people? He said they were bad, right? Rounded them up to kill them, exterminate them. Like we are literally
Exactly.
sending them back home.
We're
Home.
giving
We're
them
sending
fucking
them
money and
to
everything,
your home. What is
but
so wrong with that?
we're also giving them a free fucking plane ride and money.
They've gotten everything when they come here. Oh, but they're so poor. They're so what? We have poor people here. When we have everybody in this country wealthy, even though we are probably one of the wealthiest ones, even though our money's not really real, it's going to collapse at some point. But then we can start worried about bringing in other people who need money. Until
Right.
then, go work your ass off over there. You got the same damn internet we got. Go do
Yeah.
something there. You know, the problem is that these people were stripped of their guns and they can't defend themselves against a tyrannical government. That's the problem. The same thing you, oh, I want to curse so
Well,
bad. So bad. Same thing, you morons that are, we're going to take away the guns. Go ahead, dude.
yep.
I got to breathe. I can't with these people. I'm just so done with these stupid people. And I hate calling people stupid, but there's no other reason. They're either evil or they're just extremely stupid.
All right. Well, let's change it a little bit then. I I don't know how, what, who, what, when, or why, but I got a couple phone calls today, and from the hospital, and then the hospital where I had my surgery, and they're like, the VA is not gonna is denying some of these bills. I didn't talk to them yet, so I'll talk to them tomorrow. And they're like, you're gonna have to go to the VA and talk to them about it, blah blah blah, because we've billed them twice and they're denying the claim. And so, if anybody out there like has any advice for me, because I'm probably gonna go to my veteran service officer, and I'll probably go to the Legion and talk to see if anybody there can help me. But I'll obviously go to the VA first and see what the fuck's going on. But I'm 100% disabled, and this is how I'm getting treated. A year later, and the bills are still not taken care of, and now they're saying that I have to pay. And the one bill I saw was over $7,000, and I don't know about the rest, but I don't have $7,000 to just fucking give away, especially since I was promised that I would be taken care of after I destroyed my fucking body for this country. So I'm that's where I'm frustrated at this point in time. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll keep everybody posted just because I'll probably turn into an expert on what goes on because I was told if I had an emergency to go to the nearest ER and they will take care of it. And now I'm being harassed by the hospital saying you owe money and blah blah blah. You have to do this and that and this and that. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't know if you've been through any of that shit, but my God,
Well,
it's one
I
of them
did
things
when I
where
went to a civilian hospital. And the problem I think I've encountered with that is you have to literally call them within 72 hours to let them know you went to the hospital. Otherwise,
if
it
you're
screws everything.
yes, you're right,
Hmm.
and that was all taken care of. They were told, and how do you call the fucking hospital when you've had a heart attack and you're under fucking
Right, right. If you've been in there long, right? Yeah, yeah. That's
You're
kind
under
of
fucking
unreasonable, right?
medications. How the fuck am I? I couldn't. Well, wait a minute. Wait, heart. Because I had open heart surgery in 2 days after,
Right.
72 hours after. So I mean, what am I supposed to do? The day after, I had them they put a camera up in my arm, all into my heart and shit. I mean, how? What am I supposed to say? Time out?
Hmm.
I asked the caseworker. I'm like, hey, I'm a veteran. They need to take care of this. Blah blah blah. And she said, I'll take care of it. Blah blah blah. So I mean, yes, I don't understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I did all means that I could. But that's not probably what I was thinking when I'm stroking out, man.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it probably may be one thing that you it'll get taken care of. You just got to keep fighting with them. I mean, that could be
Right,
just the scenario right now. That could be what's going to happen. Because that's what happens a lot. Even like I said, that the incident I had when I went to an outside hospital and
right.
didn't notify them. I mean, I went to collections. They went to collections over that. It was like a $200 bill or something, and I was just like, dude, I
Oh
mean,
my
if you just
God.
told me, I'd have paid the $200. But yeah, eventually
Right.
gotten taken care of and gotten removed and stuff.
First of all,
Long fight.
um, as of right now, um, it doesn't go on your credit for because I have almost 800 credit. It does not go. The medical bills can't go. They can't go on your credit, but
Oh well,
supposedly
then this
Trump.
must not have been the law then, because it went on my collections. They did send me to collections.
Yeah, they can send you to collections, but it doesn't go to your credit though.
Okay.
It won't fuck your 600 credit that you have.
Right.
Mine's almost 800, and I pride on that. I want to keep it. But what the fuck ever, dude. I'm not. I'm not going to dwell on money. If worst case scenario, they want to make me fucking pay, I'll I'll do a fucking $20 a month to them.
Yeah, that's
That-
yeah, that's what I did with the dental people. I'll tell you that screwed me over.
I don't want to do that. I'd rather just get this VA to fix it. But you hear all these fucking horror stories about it, and you never want to be part of it. And
Hmm.
boom, I'm in it now. And
Yeah.
speaking of that, I should try to pull up the cola. The cost of living for benefits for VA is I want to say it's 2.8%. They're giving us this year, which oh wow, how cool.
If you get it. Yeah, well, I mean, now that the government's open and everyone's splurging on their EBT again.
No, it's just the fact that you I don't it's you just I don't know, man. I'm not asking for fucking money. I'm not begging. I'm grateful for anything. But the fact of the matter is that I'm I'm hanging by a limb here, man, in life. And they want to give us a couple fucking pennies a month extra for a raise for something that we've earned per se. I mean, I sacrificed my body pretty gosh darn bad, and I kind of regret it at times.
And I think that's something that, we talk about, like, I don't know, we've got an entitled population. Like, and I struggle with this because, like, the whole label thing, and everybody, like, veterans gave something. And even if you didn't deploy, you signed up to deploy. And if you were smart or coward enough to get out of deployments, I guess that's it. But you were way closer than any civilian who didn't sign up. So you're kind of in a group that you're entitled to get something back. Now, I do believe,
Right.
because we were talking about and this might be a good thing. I know we've talked about because it's been a while when Hagstead got up there and he called the fat people, said that fat people had to get out.
I
Well,
was watching some of that today. Actually, it's
well, one
fucking
of
awesome.
my buddy didn't really like the way he delivered the message, whatever, because he feels the same way. Like there's certain positions we need those fat people because they're smart or they're whatever. So I said, yeah, I understand that. I said that the
What
problem
he's
is what.
he did now today. I like I said, I was just watching some of this today.
Mhm.
He did like he did like kind of so he didn't he said for positions that are like certain positions is where they're gonna be held accountable is what he was saying. They so like if you're a mail clerk, you're not gonna be held as high of a standard as a combat veteran,
Yeah, well, but again,
an infantry person.
so
So I
again,
mean
so
he
but
did
Chase,
say that.
that's still not right to me. Like, because think of it this way. So think of it this way. So you go join the military. So does this person over here joins the military, and you get all the combat duty, and they get to sit on their ass in a desk all their
But then,
entire
isn't that your
career.
choice? Isn't that your choice though?
No, because what is the first thing you learn when you join the military? What is the first job you have? You're a
I
soldier, sailor, you're a marine, you're an airman. You don't
for
get
the
an MOS
Navy.
till you're done.
Well, for the
Yeah.
Navy, you go to boot camp,
And what's boot
and
camp?
then
What is boot camp?
that's just a basic fucking
Okay, basic training for
screen,
what?
basic screening for being in the military.
Yes, to create, because everyone is a soldier first. Everyone may need to have to drop their drum, drop their dental tools to go fight. That's why we have basic training, to
Well,
make you a fighter. Then you get a
basic training.
job. Then you get a job, your MOS, whatever you call it in the Navy,
Yeah, but
and then you
you
go
get
do your
that
job.
you get that MOS. We call it A school,
Yeah.
but you get that.
After,
You no you sign you. I when I joined,
listen,
I
you're
signed.
missing the point. You're missing the point, dude. What I'm saying is, if all they cared about if you were a good dentist, they wouldn't send you to basic training. They just send you to dental school and you'd go work your dentist job. Why would you need to go to basic training? Because you're just going to be a
Well,
dentist. No, you go
that's
to basic training because if the man in combat goes down and they need a body, you fill it and you were trained to fill it. So then your
that's for
dentist comes second.
non-commissioned officers. Yes.
Well, yeah, but that's my point is everyone who joins goes through basic training to be a soldier, sailor, airman, marine first. That's what we all were. In fact, some people got
Well,
reclassified while they're
yes.
there. Some people didn't make
Even
cut.
and
Yeah.
even officers, they
Yes,
either
that's
go
my
to
point.
right.
So what
You go
Hegseth
to
is saying is that standard should be minimum because at any point your fat ass may have to take the front line because we ran out of people.
well that would see that I understand what you're saying, but I think you're talking drastic measures, and in that scenario, then that would that would be the draft. So that would be it.
No, dude, it's not the draft. How many people we have in the military? Okay,
I
forget,
don't
you don't
know.
have to, you could just make up a number. We have 100 people in the military. Okay, let's just say we have 100 people in the military. Does that mean 100 of them can fight? No, because 80 of them are on profiles and are dentists and doctors
Right,
and fat. So we got what, 20 people to fight? Why do we have that
right.
military? So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying Hegseth is right. There needs to be one standard. You need to pass it. And if you can't pass it, you don't get an MOS.
Yes, there
Now I
needs to be
do
one. Yeah, yes, I agree with that.
now I do
There needs to
understand the
be,
problem with
but
that.
there needs to be one basic standard, and that's
Right.
going through basic training.
Yes, and that's what you're supposed to
And if
maintain
you're
throughout.
fat, and I'm not saying you're fat, but
I'm not
let's just say if my fat ass gets through basic training, and then my A school MOS, whatever the fuck you call it, um, I'm a mail clerk. I don't need once I become the mail clerk. Every year, yes, I should have to do my should have to pass my low standard PT test, which a fucking my grandma could do with her walker, but that's beside the point.
right. You
Um,
still have to maintain your
but then
standard.
right, but then your MOS should also have standards. What the fuck? The
Yes,
mail
it's a
clerk,
higher level standard of your
right,
job, your
right,
specialty,
right,
but the bare
exactly,
minimum why you have to qualify in PTS or PTO,
right,
PT every year is
right,
because you have
right,
to meet the minimum standard to be a
right,
soldier, sailor, marine,
right.
airman. Period.
But the problem is I I think that I almost think that they got away. They lowered the standards, and
Sure,
that's why Hegseth is here,
yes,
putting them back
that's
up
the
to where they need
point.
to be.
But even my
Right,
buddies like saying there's jobs in there that don't require you to be fit, like you were trying to say, and I
right,
understand that. Then you
right.
need
But
to
there's
discharge these people and have them support civilians. If they're never
right,
going to pick up a rifle, whether they're
right, right,
out
right,
of
right,
shape or not required to, they need to be
right.
civilians and they need to make less money than the actual soldiers who go out and fight.
Well, they should also, yeah, go to the fucking post office and be with all those fat fucks.
And even even
That's
even
all.
if dude, even if you are in the military, you
I'm,
go do your
I'm
job,
listening.
you go do your job, say you get hit by an IED, you lose a
Yeah.
leg, you still need to be discharged, compensated, and if you have a duty you can still function as, come back in as a civilian with your your pay, whatever. Nobody will know the difference. The point I'm getting at is there needs to be a distinction
No.
between soldiers and support.
Right. All
I'm
right. Well,
all for it.
we can agree to agree now because I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
all for having those people who don't need to be soldiers in the military, but as civilians, not dressed like
what's
soldiers.
yeah, yeah. My no, it's kind of funny because like my buddy, he's his brother got kicked out of the Air Force because he failed the PT test like 3 times,
As it
and they're
should
like,
be,
"Bye,
as it
see
should
ya."
be.
I
Because at a
know.
bare
So yeah,
minimum, you need to be able to
right,
fill in
right.
that foxhole
And
when the numbers get low.
he was only like an Air Force mechanic at that. So I was kind of
Dude, I
cracking
mean,
up.
do you know the Army band? Like the band in the Army, they have a mission. They have a combat mission. They're to talk
Really?
security. Yes, they are talk secure. We did it in Germany. We had a whole bus of them. They actually got blown up, not for real. It was simulation because they were just blatantly obvious, and the enemy saw them and blew up the whole bus. But they still let them play. You know what I mean? Their whole job is talk security when they're not playing their instruments. So
I
you
didn't know
can't tell me.
that.
Yes, everyone has a combat mission. That's why you go to basic training. And
See,
if the infantry if our MPs go down and we don't have enough MPs to do route recons, guess who's doing them? If we don't have enough MPs to do convoys, guess who's doing them?
right,
You don't
right.
get
No,
to just
I
not do
get,
it because
I
oh,
get
well, I'm a
that.
band member. I
It's
don't want
just,
to do it.
you know, yeah, I get it, and I've been out there, but because I was Navy, it was a little different for me, and also even being on a ship, it was different because we had we had different. Being on a ship is a lot different than being out in the fuck
Sure,
out there, man.
sure. So if the Navy's mission is different, so the Navy's mission is different. Maybe they got a lot of what we call garrison jobs back in the port, whatever. But Pearl Harbor, I would argue that those people needed to be better trained to prepare for Pearl Harbor than just some fat ass who's smart with numbers. Like they still needed to
Well,
respond. If that was in
our
an actual
duties,
invasion, they need to
right?
respond.
Our duties are we have two sets of duties when we're in port, when we're out to sea. I see. And the thing is, for me, and I always was in the amphibious assault fleet. So I wasn't in the regular fleet. I was in amphibious assault. So our duties, we we're just a little different then. We were always out and about, man. We weren't
Right,
fucking around
but
in
jobs
port.
like that should get paid more. So there should
Ow!
be a standard.
I just saw something on my Google shit here. I get yeah, it's usually a bunch of bullshit, but now they're going to give. I I I didn't read it a lot because it doesn't really affect me anymore. And I'm just like fuck it. But um, supposedly combat pay when you're in a combat zone on a
Right.
ship.
Combat pay, hostile fire pay. Yeah.
Yeah, we never got we. when I was on just on the ship, we didn't get that shit. I mean, that's just another fucking bullshit thing that fries my fucking ass because I did put boots on the fucking ground in war zones, probably more than you did, and because my station was on a ship, I didn't get credit for it. But yet my ship was also in combat zone. We also fucking launched missiles. We launched aircraft. We did all that shit, man. And I can't be in the VFW because it doesn't state that on my DD 214.
Right. Well, you should have joined the army. But anyways,
I know. I know.
so the
I
point
have
I'm
to be
getting at is, look, I'm willing to make a concession to have people in support positions, but they shouldn't be in
right.
uniforms. They should not be in military uniforms. They should be in civilian
Right.
uniforms as bona fide civilian support people
I
and
don't
make
I
less
don't
money then,
only thing with
or
that
more money depending on their specialty.
only thing with that though is you do realize they pay the civilians a fucking shitload more.
Yeah,
And I
because
don't
they're
think that
contract,
fat
right?
I don't think that fat fucking slob mailman should deserve 100 fucking grand a year
Well, again,
to
but again, though, the primary function of the military is combat arms. It's not
right.
mail clerk. It's not dentist. It's
No,
not
I
so.
know, dude. I
So
know.
even again, I was a military policeman. So yes, I had a garrison duty to do police work, but I was not as qualified as a regular cop because we didn't spend all our day doing garrison police work. Yeah, we did a lot of it, but we didn't spend all day doing it. So then you
What's
go look at the
funny?
combat mission and we had to be good at that. And at
Right.
any minute, like even as silly as it sounds, like our combat mission were like route recons, convoy security, EPWs. That was what our
Really?
combat. Yeah, that's what our combat mission
Nice.
was. But you know how many times I got put on a perimeter like I was some infantryman? I had to be
Really?
able to do it. Yes, I take my
Right.
big gun and a Humvee, and we had to sit a perimeter. Like so, because that's the point when when the army's got a
Right.
mission,
No, no,
anybody
I
can do the job.
I 100% understand the mission. I just I'm just
How many of
focused
those
on
guys? How many of those guys that stormed the beaches on Normandy gave a damn about their secondary skills? Oh
I
well,
know.
you were a cook. Well, then I don't know if you should be getting off this boat. Like, oh, you were a
Right.
yeah,
No,
no.
I'm just focused on the fat fucking mail clerk right now for some
Well,
reason,
yeah,
dude.
but even the
And
fat
I'm
guy
not
has to get off the damn boat and storm the
and
beach.
I'm not thinking of that.
And
Well,
if he
that
wasn't on there, if he was fat, we probably would be speaking German today, because we
but you
didn't
know
have
what
fat people
though?
back then.
Who took those who drove those boats in there?
Some fat guy, you're saying?
No, no, no.
Oh,
Navy guys that were fucking ready to fight. They were trained in infantry to fucking.
but
So
that's
I
my
no,
point. So if the boat
yeah,
gets hit and it starts to
yes,
sink, what's your fat ass doing in the boat? You're not sitting there
no,
saying, "Well, I'm exempt from war because
fuck
I'm
no.
fat." No, you're
I'm just
getting
gonna
off the
drive
boat
the
with your rifle.
yeah. I'm just gonna drive the boat, not fire any shots.
So you understand what I'm saying? Then is that your
Yeah,
primary
we got
mission?
off we
Yeah,
got off the boat as well, dude.
yes, your primary
That
mission is a soldier, sailor, fighting first. That's your primary mission. Your
well,
secondary
that's
skill is what they teach you to do when you're not fighting.
right. Well, that's part of amphibious assault, dude. We're part of you guys when we infiltrate something like that.
But yeah, but I'm saying that you should be able to take any sailor, give him a
Yes,
gun, and have him take
yeah.
that hill.
That's not happening. Not
Well,
fucking
obviously, yeah,
happening.
but that's not. I mean, that's not the
Not
Navy's job anyway. But
you're right. You are right, but not happening.
any
Not
soldier,
every
any soldier, no matter what his MOS is, should be able to grab his rifle and
right,
go
right.
attack a fighting
Yeah,
position or
a fucking
ambush.
cook.
Yes,
Yes,
any soldier because that's what you're
absolutely.
trained for.
But like I said, that's just I. Our branches are different,
Yeah, they all have
and
different.
even like the separations. Like there's the regular fleet, like I told you, battleships or there's not battleships, so little destroyers and all that. And then we have the amphibious assault ships, and amphibious assaults. We're the ones that are amphibious, man. We're land and water, and we're good to go, man. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
So that was my
It's just
point.
different,
The whole conversation was about Higstad calling out the fat people.
right?
And I
So
understand,
what?
like I said, if we need someone with special skills that cannot be fit to train to go into service, he needs to be a civilian.
So who? All right, just I just want to fuck with you a little
If
bit.
you're a general and you've been in the military that long and allowed yourself to get that fat, well, it's time to get out and come back in as a general
He can sit
civilian.
on the ship or wherever, and he can sit wherever and just
Yeah,
direct
but
orders
it's the point is like, how do you get that fat? You can still stay in shape. I knew many guys that were probably
because
older
they're
than me.
treated like fucking because they're treated like royalty.
Yeah,
That's why.
but that's still a self-discipline thing. So you still should not be able to.
Well, yeah, I know.
That's what you lose, dude. If you don't can't maintain standards, you get kicked out.
but if
Everyone
but if
should,
you
general or
but
not.
if you little infantry guys are going to fight and then you come back, who's cooking for you, little your poor little
What's the
puppy?
first part? What's the first thing of leadership? You don't ask your soldiers do anything you can't do. Your fat ass can't be a leader and sitting back
No,
saying, "Hey, you guys take that hill." That's not a leader.
yeah, but
I
the
don't care how
troops got
damn
to come
smart
back.
you are. You can advise
The,
from the
the
back.
the troops got to come back, man, for their mobile meals, bro.
Yeah. And if while the troops are gone, somebody infiltrates the base, and what are the cooks going to do? Just crawl up and die with their spatulas? No, they're going to grab a freaking rifle and defend the base
Yeah,
because that's what
where
you're
do they
trained
keep
to do.
the cooks rifles at?
Hopefully with them.
That is interesting, man. That's a I don't I know nothing about all that shit, man.
They do. I mean, everybody deploys in my experience in the Army, everyone. The officers, they may not carry a rifle, but they carry pistols. Everyone
Yeah,
deploys with a gun.
yes.
Everyone.
But I'm
Everybody's
no,
required to
but
qualify
seriously,
that gun.
but seriously, when like if we set up base in Afghanistan, we're just kicking it, waiting for our orders. Where do the cooks keep their fucking gun?
They should be with them. If you are deployed, your rifle is with you all times. You can
You
cross sling them over your back. It should be
you
with
think
you
while they're
all
cooking
time.
fucking hamburgers, they're
You can sling it
holding
over your back and do anything you want right
that's
here.
fucking awesome.
It's what
I
happens. That's what we do.
yeah, well, it's just
It's always got
it's
to be
just a,
within arm's reach. If you got to dig a hole and you can't dig because it's
right.
sliding over, you put it right there on the ground where you can reach it while you're digging a hole. You never get
Whatever.
caught without the weapon.
No, we're thinking different things. I'm thinking like temporary setups and tents where the
If
fucking
you are in
galley is.
deployment, you will always have your weapon. If you are home in garrison, you may not even sign your weapon out. You may go to the chow hall every
Oh,
day and never see your
right,
weapon until it's range time.
right.
Any
That's
deployment
interesting.
where you take your weapon with you, it is not out of your sight. You sleep with it,
See,
everything.
that's shit that I never paid attention to.
Even in training, dude, when we would go to training out in the box, they call it the sandbox, whatever. When we would go to
Yeah.
training, if you were to fall asleep with your rifle somewhere, people playing Op 4 would steal your weapon. They'd write all over your
Okay.
Humvees and steal your weapon.
Right.
And then what?
Where was the watch at for that?
What's that?
Where the fuck was your watch at for
That's
that?
the point. That's what I'm saying. And let me
Yeah,
tell you, man,
fuck that.
I had a guy. We
Mother,
we ran in three-man teams. We never left the Humvee. We had a driver, a gunner, and a team leader. I was the gunner. My driver was a narcolept or something. Every time it was his shift to sleep first, I never woke up. It was great because, it was just training, but we would have been dead because the dude would fall
oh
asleep on
wow.
his watch every time.
Wow.
Every time.
Wow. You didn't kick him out for that?
Well, I can't. I was the gunner, dude. Let me tell you a story too. We were bedding down. It was like late at night, dark, pitch dark. You really couldn't see much of anything. We found this tree line, right? So we go park the Humvee at the tree line, and then the team leader's like, "All right, let's do shifts. Everybody 2 hour shifts, whatever." And the driver went first, so I knew I was going to get to sleep through the night. Crazy part is when we woke up, dude. We were parked next to a bush in the middle of an open field. Like we thought we were in a tree line somewhere. It was that dark. We thought we were in the
Wow.
bushes. Nope. I was like, geez, the only thing separating us from anybody else is the angle they were viewing
Wow.
us from.
That's awesome.
But if that was
Yeah,
real
I've
life, we were dead, dude. We were dead.
yeah, I I honestly I honestly enjoyed Standing Watch. I loved it.
But so let me ask you a question though. So this is the point. This is the point I think Hegstead and all these people are getting at. Would you want your son, like if would you think my father wanted me in that Humvee with that incompetent driver?
What
If
I
that
no
was
fuck no I
combat,
wouldn't.
I would have been
I'd want
killed because his sorry ass couldn't stay awake on his
I
watch.
would I would honestly I'd want him sent to the brig. Or I don't know what you guys call it,
So
but we
you
call it the brig.
understand. You understand
Fuck
that.
yeah.
That's why
Are
we
you
need
kidding
people in
me?
here. Just because your fat ass has a job where you don't have anything you need to do physically, you need to go get yourself
No.
out there in shape.
I I agree with Hank Seth. I mean,
Yeah.
I whatever like
We spend a lot of time
a
military.
duty that called me or whatever contract I had, I have to have my this has to be like my blood brother, blood brother. I have my people that are with me. I have to trust them with my life,
Right,
dude,
right.
and they have to trust me with their life.
And would you want you don't get to choose who you deploy with. You don't get
No,
to
you
choose.
don't. No, you don't.
So would you be okay and comfortable with people that you knew?
No, I
Like
wouldn't. I'd have them sent.
I had a sergeant in Germany that was fat, little roly poly, pudgy ass dude, couldn't do crap, and we used to laugh at him all the time. And he had us set up. We set up an ambush. We parked a Humvee, whatever. We set up an ambush. We had a squad set up an ambush, and he had us in a crossfire. And I went over. I said, hey, Sergeant, this isn't going to work. He chewed my ass and made me go sit in the Humvee and monitor the radio.
Wow.
If that had been combat, I'd have knocked him on his ass and handled
Right.
it. If
Yeah.
we had
No
actually
shit.
been in combat, I'd have knocked him on his ass. I don't care,
Yeah. That's
staff
what's
sergeant or not.
scary.
Yep,
That's what's fucking scary about it, man.
yep. But
I
what can I do? He outranked me.
fortunately fortunately for me, yes, in the fleet, I've dealt with some fat ass slobs that are really weren't capable, and I questioned them even passing the PT test, but I didn't have to. I'm kind of ignorant of myself, but I didn't have to work with them, so I said,
But you had
whatever,
to be good
fuck
at your
you.
job, though, right? You had to be, right? So why
Yeah,
doesn't everybody have to be?
right.
You know what I
But
mean? Like, you have to train with your weapons and your
all
the
my
equipment you're using.
all my compadres, I'm trying to think, and for the most part, all my compadres, except for I had one that was dumber than a box of rocks, but I could send him anywhere, and I could have him do anything, and he's so fucking dumb he'd do it.
Hmm.
I'd send him for fucking blinker fluid and shit, just
Right.
to be stupid sometimes. But he was still reliable and he was still good. But I only had one dumb, really dumb douche, and it was Saunders. His last name was Sanders. Sanders. I'd love to see where the fuck he's at right now because he was a one of these redneck Louisiana motherfuckers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, think about that though. So translate that into the world we live in today, right? So you think
Yeah,
about the mission in the military. People need to know their jobs. They need to be proficient. So look at the job force we have today. Like, even if you look at the best workers, which may be illegals, they can't
right,
speak the language. So
right,
they really don't know their job. They can't communicate, whatever. They may know this skill, but look at your McDonald's workers. They want 15, 20
right.
bucks an hour. They can't even get, lady this morning gave me the wrong order. I'm like, I did a mobile order. Like, what, how hard
Jesus
is that,
Christ!
And then,
Wow.
so you get what I'm saying is like everyone has something they can do. And if it's above your
Yeah,
skill level, then you got to go to
right.
the thing you can do.
Yeah,
But
it
that's
is.
the
Yeah,
standard. So again, so while we're all at this civil war and everybody's hating each other for all their views and all this stuff, why can't people step back and say, why are there so many rich politicians? What do these people actually do for a living? Why are
well,
there so many? And then listen, like this is what struck it. The whole Epstein stuff, I don't keep bringing it up, but the whole Epstein stuff is weird because you hear that one lady that took his phone call that while they were doing it,
Yeah.
and they're trying to play it off like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, how stupid do you have to be? They already knew who Epstein was, what he was doing, and
Right.
he's calling it, oh, I can't take a call from a constituent. That's not just a constituent. That's Epstein. Even if he
Exactly.
is a constituent, you know the risk that comes with talking to that man. Don't be stupid. But people are believing this crap. It's right in your
Yep.
face. It,
Yeah, it's crazy.
so where's the standard? Like, what standard are we holding these politicians to? You know, they don't even make
I don't
laws.
know.
All they do is get rich and kick the can down the road. They print money to make you think everything's great. Like, that's what Biden did for 4 years. He lied about the jobs. Well, he made government jobs. He created government jobs, which is why we have a lot of incompetent idiots in the government right now, because he gave everybody a job just for the hell of it. Oh, look at all the jobs I made. Started printing money to make it look like, oh, we can afford all this crap. And now look at the mess we're in, and they're trying to blame Trump like he had something to do with it. We were doing good under Trump's first term. We were doing
Well,
good.
people, they're fucking idiots, man. And what about the auto pen, too? Don't forget that.
Well, but that's not a surprise, right? Because we know the president's really not running the country. I mean, even look at Trump trying to make things happen. You got people that work underneath him, judges, all these people trying to stop him. Like, I really like
Oh, they're
again.
fucking idiots. Yeah.
Like I look at the scenario in Mexico and I think the cartel, like, what if I lived in Mexico? You know what I mean? What if I was under that oppression? Yeah, maybe I'd try to leave for another country, even though I said I shouldn't, because I'd be a coward. But I mean, what would I do? I'd have to die for my country to try to take it back. But
I,
what are these
you're
people in this
talking,
country?
funny as you're saying that, it's not out of the realm of possibilities
What's
moving to
that?
Mexico.
I'm not moving to
There's some
Mexico.
nice there's some nice, beautiful towns there, man.
I'm not moving to Mexico. For how long before they take over Mexico, or how long before that place falls apart?
Right.
Like, it's going to happen everywhere. The problem is the liberals know this because the liberals are trying to police morals. They're trying to police morals and values. Okay, now their morals and values are way off, but they're trying to police morals and values. But you can't. There's only one thing you can do with evil, and that's destroy it. Okay,
Is it,
ignorance you can teach, evil you got to destroy. There's nothing else you
is
can do,
it,
huh?
is it the liberals though, or is it the Muslims?
Well, it's everyone. I mean, the Muslims are evil. Well, not all of
Have
them.
you seen this?
The
Have
Muslims
you,
coming in trying to take over.
unfortunately, I don't live in New York anymore, and I don't live in the city, so it doesn't matter per se. But some of this Mandami shit is just fucking ridiculous,
Dude, it's even worse. Did you see what happened up in Michigan, where those Muslim guys surrounded two white reporter guys? I think they're TikTokers or something going up there and they got surrounded. They were all screaming Allah Akbar. Yeah, in an
man.
American
Wow.
city, they were getting harassed by Muslims.
See,
This
that's
stuff
where we
has to stop, dude. I don't care if
that
you come here as a Muslim. You just assimilate. And if you're still a Muslim, you probably want to kill us all because it's in your
yeah,
Quran.
exactly.
So,
And
no, I don't believe we should have Muslims here.
that's where these motherfuckers should come to Florida or Charleston and do that shit. They might get Charlie Kirk if they try that
I
bullshit
don't
here.
know, dude. I don't know. I think we're soft, man. I think we are soft because we got a bunch of liberal women who are like, "Oh, love everybody," and they'll be the first ones as tied up to a pole, used as a slave. They'll be the
I
first
don't
ones because they're
I don't
stupid.
know where I don't know where this happened. This happened the other day, and three young fellas. I'm not even going to mention what color they were because it doesn't matter.
Young
But
scholars,
they broke into
the garage, and the guy
this vet
shot him.
no this no the veteran's house,
Oh,
and he fired like 15 shots and killed all three of them.
oh wow, that's pretty good odds. 5%.
And that's like he was in his fucking he was in his civil rights to do it, and he fucking did it.
Yeah.
The one of the moms is freaking out about it. You
Again,
know,
we go
you
back to
know,
standard, right?
some fucking a single fucking scumbag mom,
Yeah, and she'll get on there.
and
Oh, he was turning his life around. He had so much potential. He did it.
they they they
What was your kid
forced
doing?
they forcibly entered his house, and he fucking busted caps and all the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And they ruled that he was okay, right?
There's a difference between, defending your property and your house and going out and assaulting people. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, so these people are all capable of violence, and I don't know, dude. I'm kind of sick of it all, man. I don't know where you go from here. I really don't know where you go from here.
I know. I know.
I don't know at what point do we just have to, start all over? Either
something's
God's going to do it for us, or we're going to have to do something.
right.
And
Something's gonna have to snap.
yeah,
There's gonna be some kind of click that happens, and then
people have lost their minds.
boom, boom.
Yeah,
I
you can't even argue with them anymore. You can't even rationalize with people. Like, you can look at the screen and know these politicians are lying to you because they just
right.
said the exact opposite thing 2 days ago, and yet
I
people still support them.
I was watching YouTube, obviously, once again, and Mandami, even though he's not in office in New York City yet, um, there's a bunch of Starbucks workers that are going to go on strike, and Mandami's supporting them. Tell them, go ahead. We back you all up. Blah blah blah. We'll blah blah blah. And Mandami's the one that he's relying on these companies like Starbucks that have like fucking 250 um, stores there and create $50 billion for the city in revenue.
But they're
And
gonna leave, dude. Don't
he's
you
telling them
understand
that
that?
he's a fucking moron.
What
He's
would you
telling them
do? What would you do, Jace? Let's say you were a
what?
wealthy New Yorker, had a business in New York or several businesses, you were wealthy. What would you do if they start saying, okay, instead of paying 50%, you're going to pay 80% now?
Well, first of all, as the mayor, I'm not going to support these people going on strike because
No, I'm talking
that's
about
some
you
of
in
my.
business, dude. Screw, who cares? Starbucks sucks too. I don't support
Yeah, I
Starbucks.
wouldn't.
They're all
You're a
entitled
fucking moron.
scumbags
You're
anyway.
a moron if you
You
fucking buy Starbucks to begin with.
Starbucks used
But
to take care of their people. They get college, everything. It was great.
yeah,
Starbucks gave great benefits.
it
So if
was
you're
one of
working at
the
Starbucks and
premier.
complaining, you're an idiot.
It was one of the premier employers at one time.
Yeah, you're
But
an
no,
idiot if you're.
I'm just saying that Manami's like cutting his hand off, like a fucking moron. You need to. He shouldn't be telling people, yeah, let's
But
boycott.
again, he knows this, Jace. I mean, he knows that he's not stupid. He knows this. It's the idiots out there supporting him, voting for him, that don't have a job. They just want a handout.
Right?
They
No,
don't
I know.
understand how it works. Just like when
Well,
you keep breaking in and robbing a store and they eventually close down, you keep robbing from these
well,
rich people, they're going to
right.
leave.
It's like yes, it's like he's trying to sabotage the fucking city.
Yeah,
The
and
most
he may
beautiful,
be doing it on purpose.
most beautiful city in the fucking world,
He may be
or the
doing it
United,
on purpose.
or the United States. Yeah,
Because why?
I
Because
know.
he's a Muslim too, and he wants this
Right, he's a
country to fall.
terrorist.
Yeah.
Well, even though he was young and really wasn't, he was. I think he was a toddler when 9/11 happened. He still, there's still pictures. He still has pictures of him with known people that were connected to that 9/11. But
Dude,
yet they still elected him.
and we still, yes, like, well, who's they? Again, this is why I don't understand. The
These
more
young
illegals we
fucking
let in, the more illegals we let in, the more they're going to affect the politics of our country.
yeah, but also these young fucking single fucking whores that think that they just don't have a brain and they think I don't know they think he's cute and they're gonna fucking vote for him. I don't know.
Just stupid, dude. They're just
Cuomo's a
out of
fucking
the.
scum too,
Yeah, well,
but
that's the Democrats' fault. Like, why would you run Cuomo against this guy? They should have put a real candidate in there.
and then
Democratic
the
City,
other moron, the Republican moron,
yeah, but
he
he
didn't
wasn't going to
fucking
win.
no, he didn't stand a chance. All he did was steal votes from fucking Como
Yeah, and it doesn't matter.
and help and help
Again,
solidify the fucking Muslim.
right. So again, he's probably just as corrupt as the rest of them. You know what I
Well,
mean?
they
'Cause,
all
oh, I'm going to stand on principle. What? And let the Democrat win or the scumbag Democrat?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Like, come on. I mean, Cuomo's a bastard. I can't stand him either. You know what I mean?
Cuomo's
But
a fucking Cuomo is a
He's a piece of trash.
senior citizen killer, a fucking rapist, and
Well, I don't
whatever
know. I
else.
don't know all that, but he's definitely a piece of
I
garbage.
don't know if he is either. I know that he had some,
He's a piece of garbage, and you know it, just like all the rest
but
of
he did cause a lot of deaths in
them.
some old folks' homes
Yeah, I mean,
with the
again,
COVID
though, why would you run that guy? Of
with the
all the
COVID
people,
shit.
you just
Exactly.
handed him a win. Anyways, we're getting close to time anyway, so why don't we wrap it up with whatever? If you got any last alibis or shout out something.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? You going to
I
the
wanted
bathroom?
to get a drink.
You
I
gonna
got
go?
to get a drink.
Oh,
I wanted to say, Johnny and what, Christina,
Chrissy,
Chrissy,
Chris.
thank you for your support. I, I, we both appreciate it immensely. I love your. Sometimes I don't get around to it, but I do love the fact that y'all chime in and give us some suggestions. And
Yeah, I would.
I want.
Jason,
So
I wish we could.
thank
Like
you.
Johnny said, he can't get on, which is fine, but I wish we could find a way to. I mean, we try to record Wednesday nights, Johnny. So if you're gonna feed us some topics, do it Wednesday afternoon or something, and then we can use them. Because that's what I'm afraid about with Johnny. He can really help out. I mean, he does a lot,
I
but sometimes
know.
when I get to the topics, they're old
So
news and they're not.
so there's. I don't know like your finances, Johnny. It is what it is. I don't judge anyways because I'm a poor folk. But I'm using a phone right here on Wi-Fi to do this stream. I my laptop is froze, so I can't use that, and then I have my a normal phone, and that's it. And so I use a phone, but I have used an iPad before and a tablet before, and you could use a tablet. You could anything that
I
has a
don't.
camera, you
I
could
don't know
use.
why he's not getting on. So that's not the big deal. Maybe he just can't. Maybe he just doesn't want to. But he can still support us. That's why I said, like, even I
Yeah,
just
thank
want to
you for your
find a way to,
support.
Chris does, she's got
Well,
stories and
well,
stuff we could do.
I know
Johnny's giving
Chris.
us headlines. I just want to say, Johnny, I'm just giving you a shout out. We appreciate the headlines, and maybe you are doing it. I'm just failing at my job, but
Right.
make them as close to Wednesday as possible, and then we can, I can actually go to you when we don't have to search for
Oh,
topics.
oh,
Al-
oh, oh,
Although
oh.
we always seem to.
I I I talked to my mom this weekend, and I reminded her, you got to go check the radishes I planted before I left, because radishes will grow like they can sustain a couple frosts before
Yeah,
they'll die off. So she got like 6 or 7. I wish I could show you the picture, but she got like they're like big long ones. They're really wild. They're not that little red one, round ones. But
right.
she got like 6 or 7 big radishes, man. They're almost like carrots, and that was fucking cool as hell.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
I
start
got,
planting the garden.
and then I got spinach growing right now outside my place. But I was at the beach and it was 81 degrees today
Well,
with
nice.
my dogs. So thank you guys. Thank everybody that supports us. And
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, right?
yeah, oh,
What?
as soon as we get our 1,000 subscriber, we're raffling off a fucking quilt and coins and
Did
everything,
you ever
man.
check on that coin?
No, all I have is one, but I'm willing to give it away. So it is
Well, I
what
was
it
just
is.
saying. I thought you were gonna ask your friend or something, but you didn't get a
No,
chance.
I went I went around. They were fucking gone everywhere.
Yeah,
Gone. The vultures fucking took them, baby. But
yeah.
I still have mine, and
I looked
I'm
into
willing
it,
to.
man. I looked into getting a coin business started, but too much equipment's too much.
I'm seriously willing to give it away though. So we'll figure it. It's not going to happen today or tomorrow, but we'll figure it out, baby.
All right.
And
Well,
until then,
Godspeed.
and pull the damn pin already.
Boom. Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.